go.
We are the Rockets, Red Rowdies, the official podcast of the best fans in the
Woo,
NBA.
woo. Rowdy Red
Rowdy.
Nation.
Red Nation.
Yes, sir.
H is up.
Put it up, baby.
Yes, sir. We are doing this to bring the Red Rowdy fandom to the next level.
That's
Podcast,
right.
video, and more content to bring it, yes, sir, to the next level. Mr. Severe
Mirror, baby.
Red Rowdy.
I like that. Take it to the next level, baby.
My name is John Trapp. Severe Amir Rowdy.
That's right.
How you doing, sir, man? We finally got this
finally.
off the launching pad.
Yes, sir. Been trying to get it done for a while, and now we're doing it. And it's on a night that we lost, but after them first two wins, it was it's a tough loss, but we still got the momentum.
2-1 out the break. Restart. I tell you what, when it came down to the nitty gritty, the Rockets have really showed up. Today was I felt like it was a trap game. No pun intended.
Right.
John Trapp here, But anyways, I think that what we will try to do as far as this podcast is bring the fans closer to the game.
That's
Bring the Red Rowdies to another level and closer to the game. I want to bring fans into what the Red Rowdies stand for.
Yeah.
I want to bring fans into what the Houston Rockets stand for.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
when it comes down to it, I want to give exclusive content. I want to give player interviews. I want to give Red Rowdy interviews.
Yeah, that's right.
And tonight we're going to bring another Red Rowdy to the stage and bring it closer to what we do as the fans of the Houston Rockets. So if you're a fan of
Red
the Houston
Nation,
Rockets,
baby.
make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
You check us out, and you share us. You know why? Because we're going to bring it to
Our
you
pain and
like
our glory,
nobody
baby.
else in the NBA can bring it to their fans. We're going to bring you close to it. We're going to bring you inside to it. And
That's
guess
right.
what? What we do will tenfold bring to the fans, and we will become what this is, what this movement is for the Houston Rockets.
Red Nation movement. Bring it out to
And guess what?
a voice for it.
At the end of the day, what we were talking about as far as like this game, as far as like what this restart means to the NBA, I think it affected us the best out of any other team. It gave James Harden a chance to rest. It gave Russell Westbrook a chance to rest. Two of the hardest playing players in the entire NBA.
Yeah.
They don't stop.
Yeah.
They
don't take
have
a game off.
some of the biggest hearts in the NBA when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
You see, one of the things that I've been battling other people about the Rockets and James Harden specifically is the fact that he disappears in the playoffs. And I don't necessarily believe that to be true.
Right. Yeah.
But if any relevance comes to that is the fact that I think that James Harden plays his we can't curse because we are a family show. But I think he works his tail off when it comes to playing for the Houston Rockets, when it comes to playing for the season, that at the end of the season, when it comes to the playoffs, he is so worn out. He is so tired that maybe if I'm going to give any relevance to what people are saying from the outside, he doesn't have the stamina to keep on going. Now, whether or not that's true or not, do you see how the restart could benefit him?
I mean, of course, in all ways. I mean, first you're thinking there's been a long break. He hasn't had the whole day. He ain't been going
140-plus games.
Yeah.
Or 40-plus days. Excuse me.
140-plus days. He's rested. And, I mean, he even improved right now. They're saying, he has a problem in the playoffs or in the clutch or something like that. Even his defense. And I believe that's what he's first starting with right now. People are talking about his defense, and look what he did against Milwaukee. But James Harden is like a player that, he knows his skill, he knows what he does, and he does it. And then when somebody calls it out and hates on something certain, then he goes out and proves that wrong.
Right.
With his step back, with his playmaking skills, with
even his defense.
Drive. And now the last one with his defense. That's what it is. It's like, they're saying he don't know how to defense, and then he was locking up the two of the big men on Milwaukee, Lopez and Giannis.
7 feet tall. 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And one of the things about the restart to me is every game seems like a playoff.
Yes,
it
yes.
seems like
it's playoff atmosphere, definitely. I mean, it's kind of like, it's the same thing if it was the last 2 weeks in the season. We're all watching every game. If they hadn't, clinched or, made that berth, then, every game's a playoff game. But right now, that's kind of what it is. It's like that. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to get that seeding, as far as what we do in the playoffs. So, as soon as the restart happened, you already had that buzz, even though there was virtual seating. The vibe is just basically it's playoff atmosphere, it's playoff intensity, because we're already to the end of the season, and that's going to decipher what seed we get. And it's not even it's not even about the seeding, right? Because what matters at home court? There ain't no home court. It's all in Orlando. So it's really about the number or the seeding that you're going to get to play whoever you play.
Right. So as of right now, we're in 4th place. Speaking of seeding, we, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, we would essentially play the Lakers, right?
Yes.
Now, who would you rather see, the Lakers or the Clippers?
Probably the Lakers, and that's because Clippers match up a little bit better to us with the small ball, and I think that we could use that as an advantage towards the Lakers. I mean, yes, you got LeBron and you got old AD over there, but I feel like the games that we played them, we already had we were running circles around them,
I tell you what, having Covington and PJ Tucker, who are some of the most wily low post defenders, I will say matches up excellent with LeBron James and AD. Now, I say that when I say the matchup, right? Because I feel like they can defend us, or we can defend them a little bit better.
Yeah.
But nobody can really defend LeBron James, right?
Yeah, of course.
And AD has the ability to shoot from the outside. So I'm not saying that we could shut him down. But when you look at the other side with the Lakers, do they have anybody that can defend James Harden? I don't think they do.
No.
Do they have anybody that can defend Westbrook? I don't think they do.
No,
So when you say that the matchup is better with the Lakers, I agree with you. Now the Clippers, it's not so much of any one player, but I feel like they have the best bench when it comes to
it's deep. Yeah.
Yeah, they're deeper than anybody else. But I still think that they can beat them.
Well, see, I feel like they can come with a little bit of smaller lineup, rather than
with the Clippers.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
They got a lot of guards over there. I mean, you got Sweet Lou coming off. You got Beverly, who's a pest. You got a lot of. You got. I mean, and you got the front guys.
Beverly when he get.
Of course, yeah. Shout out to Beverly, but I mean, even with then you got Paul George and Kawhi. These are all ball handlers, and these are all people that are defense dominated too. So I feel like that would be a tougher matchup for us as far as what the Lakers do. So I mean, if I'd rather see the Lakers in the second round. It's definitely second round.
Well, I feel like if we could, to be honest with you, every round in this, the way that the NBA bubble is set up, I feel like every round would be tough. So as of right now, let's see, we would play the Rockets. The Rockets would play the Utah Jazz, right?
Yes.
I think first round we match up perfectly. I don't care whether it's Oklahoma City Thunder, even the Mavericks, and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Those are two tough teams. Either way you go,
right.
You don't want to play Luka, even though we have a bit of a more veteran experience than them. But then, I was even hearing talking on 790 about, the worst outcome, and they had a point. The worst outcome for the Rockets this postseason would be a first-round matchup to OKC and lose to them. You see, because that would just be one of the worst scenarios that could come out of these playoffs.
Let me just put this out there. That's not happening. That is not happening. Listen, there's two players that I think that we won't lose to. That's CP3, right? And even though it happened tonight, we will not lose to Damian Lillard. That's not going to happen. Those are the two teams that we refuse to lose to. And I'll include Luka Doncic, because Luka Doncic has literally stole every move that James Harden has made, and we still beat him. So, hey, listen. Listen. Let me caveat that to 3 teams, right?
Okay.
All right. Let me just stop the show for a second.
What's up?
Let me check the swag out.
Oh,
Let me check the swag out.
My rocket suit, huh?
That's
my space suit, baby.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Houston Rockets fan, just watching the TV, I always pointed you out. Before I knew you, I knew Amir, Severe Rowdy, in the spacesuit, spaceman, Jumpman suit, right here.
It's like a party suit
in the flesh,
right? Right.
You're like a live in the flesh coffee table.
Right.
You're a conversation piece.
I got the patches to go with it.
I love it, dude. I love it. Hey, man. Yeah, man. The way you put that together, I'll tell you what. You're a real OG.
That's all shouts to my girlfriend. She's the one that helped me put this together.
Hey,
so,
man. Congratulations. You got a good girl.
Thank you, sir.
You got a good woman on your hands.
Thank you very much.
Look at you, man. I feel like you're about to fucking... Excuse me, sorry. Edit that out.
Yeah. All right.
So anyways, besides the suit, I want to shout out Bell Station.
Man.
For having us and hosting us.
A lot of love to Bell Station,
Danny
man.
Rodriguez.
Danny put it together for the Red Rowdies. They're hosting us over here, letting us have our small viewing parties, even during this pandemic and with the COVID out there and whatnot, to be able to host this for a small group.
Hey,
of
man,
us.
back up, dude. Back up. Don't touch me, bro.
I got my. Where's the sanitizer? I got my space sanitizer in my pocket, man. But even for them to do this for us, man, we're looking to do this more here. They're wanting to host us. They're great people here. Great place, man. They really show some love to the Red Rowdies, but also big Rockets fans here. So it's a good match.
For sure.
It's a good match.
Every time I've come out here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the place to be.
Yeah, Bell Station, man.
Especially after the pandemic is over. Yeah. You gotta come out.
Oh, it's gonna be a Red Rowdy home for sure, man. I can guarantee that. The way they've just shown their hospitality in this time goes unseen. It's really awesome.
Hey, Red Rowdies, listen up. This is the place to be.
That's right,
baby.
Good.
Getting back to the Rockets. Now, I'm a big Rockets fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Touche, buddy.
Right.
Oh, we die hards in here.
And I remember the moment that James Harden came over. He had a lot of detractors. He was not even a starter for the Oklahoma City Thunder, but
he was a bench player.
Why is he coming over? Why are we giving him so much money? Why this? Why that? And I was just like,
well, we stole him from OKC.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
And he's actually become obviously
a
future Hall of Famer.
Of course. Right? I mean, he's creating the moves right now. Everybody's doing the step back.
Speak to him. Speak to him. Severe, let them know. So, the big thing about the Rockets right now is James Harden a choker? And I'm one of those that does not believe that James Harden is a quote unquote a choker. And when it comes to down to the nitty gritty, and when I started looking up and doing my research. When it came down to elimination games, and God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant, as a comparison, James Harden blows him out the water.
Ooh, yeah.
All right? James Harden has like 28 points a game in closeout games, in elimination games. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty and it's win or go home, James Harden has 28. Kobe Bryant has 23.
That's right.
And when it, and that's what that's my problem with the narrative is, and when you compare to, Kobe Bryant and his overall game, compared to James Harden, yes, there's a large leap, but it's also because Kobe Bryant has 5 championships.
Yeah. That's what it's judged by, man.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But. Do you, in your best estimation, can we honestly say that you agree with the narrative that James Harden is a choker?
You know, it's a tough one because, of course, being a huge fan of him and then watching that and being disappointed in these certain games. You know, I'm not going to say he's, a choker per se, but it's been difficult for him when he's trying to, even facilitate playmaking. That in these games he's coming out, but the rest of the team ain't. You know, I feel like it is a team game, and he is always putting up the numbers, but nobody else is putting them up with him. You know, it's like he can put that in. He comes and I see the swag on his face. He's like, you know what, I do what I do. You know, but you got to come and match my competitiveness and then also playmaking. That's just how James Harden is. You know, and then when that happens, you have this. You know, him showing out and playing his game. At the same time, you have nobody else that stopped up with them same kind of stats, and it always reflects the best player on the team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Here's my thing with James Harden is, all right, so he had a bad series, let's say against the Spurs.
Yeah, I remember that game.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Yeah,
right. When it's come down to it, he's either been the best player or at least the second best player on any team, on any series in the Rockets playoffs, as long as he's been with the Rockets, right?
Yes, correct.
Now, the other series that he's failed in has been the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Golden State Warriors, to me, could be potentially the greatest team ever assembled.
We'll say potentially.
Now,
I did watch them Bulls. I didn't watch them.
No.
But they're in it.
The Bulls did it because, one, I think that at the end of the day, you had Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time, with maybe the one of at least the top 50, but the greatest sidekick of all time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they did 3 in a row. Granted, name me another team that does 3 in a row. And I'll give them that caveat, right?
Oh, of course.
So afterwards, they had a break. Jordan took a layoff, and they had a break. Pippen, when he came back, he still took some time off.
Yeah.
After an injury.
Yeah.
Watching The Last Dance showed me that.
Yeah, we got to learn from that last.
Hey, listen. Let's go back and really realize what history was.
Yeah.
Right. So, when it comes down to it, when you have teams like the Golden State Warriors who don't have those layoffs, don't have those breaks, they have those injuries.
Yeah.
Right. You had Steph Curry. Right. He had an injury. You had Draymond Green going out with the suspension. The Cavs win. Right. Golden State Warriors win a couple more.
Yeah.
Whatever. Last year, you had Klay Thompson go out with a season-ending injury. You had Kevin Durant going out with a season-ending injury. You can't replicate that all the time. Yeah. As much as the NBA is, it's a marathon, and at some point, physically, you can't keep up with that.
Keep going all the way.
Hey,
we wanted it. We wanted that chip during that time. We wanted it. Okay.
The Rockets were up 3-2.
Yes.
3-2.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Guess what happened? CP3 goes out.
Yeah.
Game 5. Yeah. We lose game 6. Obviously we lose game 7.
Yeah.
To the greatest team of all. Imagine.
So, I mean, you had one against a team, you know. I mean, you had CP there, but when he went out, what could you do? That's again, and they say they put that on Harden's shoulders. Saying,
right, it's unfair. Nobody wins a championship by themselves.
Yeah.
Name me one. It doesn't happen. Yeah. It never happens.
Yeah.
And for people to put that on James Harden is so unfair to me. Is beyond what honestly what reality really speaks for.
Gotcha.
What speaks for, and you know, one thing with Russell Westbrook is
Russell. I would say that.
I think that
Russell Westbrook.
he really adds another dimension, and at the end of the day, more so than anybody else, full circle, more so than anybody else, brings the Rockets to the forefront and the more beneficial team in this whole layoff and the whole restart. When it comes to winning this next championship, the Rockets have the perfect ability, perfect opportunity.
It is right now,
and we're
we believe it. Yeah.
On the way to doing it. This next segment is presented to you by the one and only Budweiser. Thank you so much for providing us with the excellent drink. So I brought on, and we bring on Miss Ann. And one. I love that. And one. So, one of the things that I want to do for the Red Rowdies is bring on somebody special every podcast. And we had a conversation about a week ago that really, really highlighted what you do and what your specialty is when it comes to the Red Rowdies. And you've been doing this for a while, so you're a real OG. Miss Ann One.
Yes.
I want to know, how did you become a Red Rowdy?
Well, JVG put out a message that
Jeff Van Gundy,
yes,
for the people that don't know,
he would give 25 season tickets to the Rockets games to the rowdiest people in Houston. So I went down there and tried out, and I won.
Yeah. I will say this, whenever I was speaking to other Red Rowdies and getting kind of the feel of how you guys go about your business and who are real fans of the Houston Rockets, you stood out. You stood out because I love the fact that you had your own mic and you would literally go out to people.
She was AT&T Sportsnet. That's right.
So yes. you have a AT&T Sportsnet hat. You have a Roots Sports hat, and you have a little mic, and you literally go out to people and you ask them questions about the game.
People have no idea that it's a toy. And they would ask me, well, when am I going to see this? I said, you're seeing it right now.
It's live. It's live.
This is live, and the only place you're going to see it is live.
Awesome.
That is so cool. And I remember when we first spoke, and you would tell me about this, and I was cracking up. You would literally look at the ceiling and be like, okay, are we ready to go?
And I would tell people, I know you can't see the cameras, but they're there, so don't worry. Let's just talk about how you feel about the Rockets.
One of the things is we got to do a clip of I want to follow you around while you do this, so that we can just share this online and show people, and it would be the greatest thing. It would be one of the greatest segments that the Red Rowdies will enjoy for the rest of the existence of the Houston Rockets and the Red Rowdies. I really do. I appreciate you coming on and speaking on this. So, what do you feel like the Rockets' chances are going forward in this bubble and the playoffs?
Well, like James said, he's bringing it home, and we're here.
Wow.
Ready. We're keeping it lit.
That's right.
We're holding it down here in H-Town. And
how long have you been a fan of the Rockets?
Since I moved here in 1991.
Whoa.
Yes.
Nice. So you got to see the 94, 95 Rockets.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Chicago.
Wow.
Yes.
You had to do the whole Chicago Bulls thing. Then you came over here.
It was strange. I'm born and raised in Chicago, but as you know, a lot of Chicago teams never won.
Right.
So I was a Cubs fan. I was a Bears fan. I was a Sox fan. And when I came to Houston, I loved basketball. I started following the Rockets. And just the team spirit just grabbed me, and I was just drawn into the excitement of it all.
That is so cool. So if it would be Michael Jordan in 96, 97, right? And Akeem Olajuwon, Mario Elie,
Clyde.
Clyde Drexler, who are you going for?
Rockets.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Miss Ann One, you are a true fan. I love that. And you had no trepidation, no hesitation. I love it. I love it. Like I said, we are going to follow you.
The life of the party right here.
Yeah, 100%.
When the last time Jordan played the Rockets, everybody knew he was retiring, and it was at the Summit, of course. And I had my kids. I picked them up on Friday night, and we went right to the game. Didn't have tickets, and so I was trying to. I never bought tickets from a scalper. So and the kids were like, "Mom, you're going to get arrested." When we made it into the game,
Really?
I just had to see it. Yeah.
Wow, that is so cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us. I really appreciate it. Like I said,
Anytime.
You are one of the most memorable people I've ever talked to as far as Red Rowdies are concerned. And
Thank you.
I'll always cherish those memories. Thank you so much for coming on
Right.
and joining us and blessing us with the first episode.
Yes.
Yes. Let's do it.
I appreciate that. Yes, I will have you back on, and we're going to do that video. All right.
I have some video, too.
Thank you, man.
Believe me, I do.
I appreciate it.
How do you feel about the first episode?
Man, I'm feeling good, brother. We get this
good.
done and just get it under the belt, man. Hey, listen, there's more to come. We got this, brother.
100%.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much, Bell Station. Thank
Bell
you so
Station,
much,
man.
Houston Rockets, Red Rowdies, for blessing
Red
us
Rowdies,
with the president.
Severe
Presidents.
Mir, John
so-
Trapp.
Hey, and one. We
And
got to
one.
give special shout outs to
That's an
and
OG
one.
right there. Let me tell you about and one. Now.
Uh,
Let me just put this. When I first came onto the Rowdies 2, which was at the end of the first season, and got with them, Ann and I clicked. Not even on just basketball, but life. Like if I'm thinking of something, just not even remotely to basketball, we was thinking the same thing. We were spitting out the same thing as soon as we were like, oh, really? Same thing. And so, we've been good, almost best friends, 14 years now, just because of the Rockets and then the Red Rowdies. And Red Rowdies too, before we go or anything like that, becoming a Red Rowdy isn't just becoming a Rockets fan. It's becoming part of a family. You know, we cut for each other. We're ride or die in all them hard times with the Rockets and stuff like that. But we're friends outside of basketball. Basketball is what united us, but it got us together as a family. So once you become a part of a Red Rowdy, you're Red Rowdy for life. It's not like you quit or stop being it. And maybe you have other obligations in your life that you have to attend to that are more prioritized, but it doesn't take away from you are a Red Rowdy, former or not. And so it's like a family, and I love all my Red Rowdies. Anytime I see them in the public or whatnot, we cut for each other. The best are the Red Rowdy parties. Let me tell you that right now. You want to do something, come to a Red Rowdy party. You're going to have a good shindig.
Hey, I tell you what, one thing that 100% that you were talking about, once you're a rowdy, you're always a rowdy.
Sure.
I see, joining you guys and being privy to what you guys do. I see a lot of past rowdies up here. When they can, they'll show up and show out.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it really is first and foremost to love the Rockets. We all share that one thing, and the Rockets organization being this eitity that brings us all together. There's not like something that we don't go uninterested in. Either at a play, a game, a season, a player, Red Nation, whatever it is, we still always have that common denominator and something that we're all passionate about. The crazy thing is that it's not just one type of person. It's all different types of persons, male, female, young or old, that share that same passion for the Rockets. And the one way that you know that you're a Red Rowdy is that over the years, and I've watched the new Red Rowdies come in, and they say, oh, man, I just came here by the way they came. But the craziest thing that I've heard from each and every one of us, I had to come join because the people around me were getting tired of me being so loud. I said, that's what it is. That's what we're just. Oh, we're loud,
rowdy.
Yes,
natural.
100%. And that was the common denominator with all rowdies. We're like, man, just people got tired of me being so loud and yelling at the TV and getting crump. And I said, you know what? You found your home. You're at where you should be.
Exactly. It's one of the things that I want to do for the Red Rowdies and Rockets fandomship is being all inclusive. Like one of the people that want to be the loud rowdy, that don't care,
the voice,
that want to be the voice of
for
the
sure.
Rockets,
for sure.
That really want to show out, and
but you know, let me tell you, it's not even really about when you say show out. It's about that's already how we are,
right?
You know,
right?
It's like we don't mean to show out. That just happens. Like this is what it comes out of me, you know. And it's not like there's one rowdy that couldn't turn it off after the games, and we used to make fun of that. But the thing is that we know that hey, when that game is on, we are locked in, we are crump, and we're making it loud, and we are getting everybody else around us crump on the Rockets. And that's just who we are. This got started by JVG. It ran. We're currently the Budweiser Red Rowdies, and it's something that we're passionate about and we love. You know?
I do. In future shows, I do want to get into the history of the Red Rowdies.
Oh, we definitely
but
are.
I did want to get this first one off the ground, off the launch pad.
For sure, man. This was
all
good.
Pun intended.
Yeah,
man. Houston Rockets, Red Rowdies. I wanted to do this show for us. And for you guys and
Rowdy Red Nation, Trap and Severe, man, we coming at y'all. We're gonna start this. You're gonna hear the word from the Rowdies, how we interpret the game, how we are at the game, and just basically the way we prepare for games. You know, everything about us is gonna be Red Rowdy Red Nation.
For sure,
that's right,
for sure.
baby.
And with saying that, I do want to bring the history of the Red Rowdies. I want to give it to fans all over the world to know what we are about. And also I want to highlight some of the Red Rowdies that have come out and showed
they're
out.
They're going to be highlighted, all right.
For sure.
They're gonna highlight themselves. they every one of us, man. What's crazy is each one of us are different people with different backgrounds, with different personalities, and different everything different. There's not one of us alike.
I like that. that.
We're a diverse group.
Oh, 100%.
We're a very diverse group on that. We just all share the passion and love for the Rockets, and that's why we have become the leaders of Red Nation.
One thing that I will say is I feel like we are on the forefront of the fandomship of something that hasn't existed in the NBA, and I want to help.
And it's funny that you say it like that too, because exactly what it's doing is we're trend setting, because basically the Red Rowdies are the first and pioneers of a hooligan group in the NBA. You had them in soccer and you have them in football. They didn't have that, and the Rowdies were the pioneers in the NBA. Now, there's been other teams that we'll talk about too that have tried to mimic it and even have the Rowdies name in their name. But we are the pioneers and trendsetters of the NBA fans as far as a crazy group, a rowdy group.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna
and that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do with the Rowdy Red Nation, is bring that fandom to a voice into your ear and face.
Yeah, for sure. Bring it to the next level.
That's
like
right,
I said,
baby.
We're going to create content. We're going to create videos. We're going to create audio.
Oh, there's going to be plenty. Coming at you. Red Nation.
I do want all the fans and all the people that partake, share, subscribe, and
subscribe it, baby. We're going to all about Rockets.
And help us bring us to another level, baby.
Red Nation.
Let's do it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Amir.
Trap.
Hey, good first show, baby.
That was awesome, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We're going to keep on going through this
sir.
NBA bubble into the playoffs.
I'm looking for a trophy this year. Harden said he wants to bring it back, so I'm ready, man.
All right. Rockets
Red Nation.
lift off, baby. Let's go. Red Rowdies. H is up.
H is up, baby.